Hello, hello, hello. Happy Tuesday, not Wednesday, which is what I thought it was earlier today, but it is in fact Tuesday, as you reminded me.
It's Tuesday.
Joshua, guess what? I am coming to LA in 3 days.
I'm super
days.
Excited. I'm super excited. The havoc we're gonna wreak around the city of angels. I can just see it now. Bring a mask, or you'll get arrested.
I'm gonna wear a mask. I'm gonna wear my MAGA mask on the train or on the plane. The train, God, it took me like 4 days to get there. No, I'm wearing my MAGA mask on the plane. Unless they kick me off the plane because the flight attendant finds my MAGA mask offensive, which apparently is a thing that you can do because a Black Lives Matter activist got kicked off a plane earlier today because the flight attendant found her mask offensive.
What did the mask say?
It said something like "F the police." Which, you know, like, I think is like, it's not a mask I would wear, but I think it's BS that she got kicked off the plane. So hopefully no flight attendants, because I'm not taking American Air though. I'm taking Delta. Delta's a lot better than American. So hopefully no flight attendants will find my mask offensive, but I will have a couple of Trump mask options with me in Los Angeles.
Oh, wow.
And I'm very excited because Mikey and I are coming out for the Walkaway Rally, which I know everyone is going to go to in the greater Los Angeles area on Saturday. And you're coming to the rally too.
I will be there.
Yeah? Yes. Now, I've heard a rumor.
You heard a rumor? He said you got a broken heart.
I heard a rumor that you have not given me much more information on that you will be wearing an outfit of some sort.
I will be wearing an outfit. Yes, it's because this is what happens when Joshua has to stay in. I act out when I finally get to go out. I act out. So yes, I will be wearing an outfit. It came today, and it's fate because it fits perfectly. No alterations, which for it's a big deal. It's amazing because you need a few things in Los Angeles, just so you know. You need a good hairdresser, and you need a really good tailor, and you also need I think that's about it. Tailor, hairdresser. Who else do you need? A psychic, really.
A psychic, obviously. Yeah, which, now, are you going to give us any clues as to the outfit? And I'm engaging in peer pressure with people in the chat.
Okay.
To get you to give me a clue.
USA! USA!
Oh my God!
USA!
Are you wearing a flag?
I gave you the clue. I think that.
Oh, did I discuss it? Are Joshua's wearing like a flag, like toga or something? Okay. Someday, if Trump ever has a rally again, you're gonna come to the rally and wear a MAGA hat.
That is only if you give. Or your audience is watching now, they have to give approximately $10,000 to my charity of choice.
That's it. We just have to raise $10,000 for your charity of choice to get you to put on a hat.
But my charity of choice, yes.
Okay. Well, we'll keep that in mind. Hopefully Trump will have a rally sometime soon. Now, you know who else is wearing a MAGA hat today, at least?
Ooh.
Tim Poole was wearing a MAGA hat in Sargon of Akkad's video right here because Tim Poole lately is coming out of the closet as possibly, maybe, if nothing else changes or surprises him, is going to vote for Donald Trump. And this is a big deal because Tim Poole has been like a fence sitter basically forever and has always said, like, I just won't vote for anyone. I'm not going to vote for Trump and all this stuff. And now lately he's been saying, like, I'm probably going to vote for Trump in November. And so I thought what we could do, but he's qualifying it. So Sargon of Akkad did that video where he put the beanie on Tim today and said, Tim is voting for Trump. And I told him so. And by the way, guys, if you have not seen Sargon of Akkad's reaction video to Vosh's reaction video of my PragerU video, you have to watch it because it's fabulous. But Sargon did a video of him, and then Tim did his own video, and he said, Sargon got some things wrong, and I need to correct them, and all. So he's like going back to his fence sitter thing. Like, I'm if nothing changes, I'm probably going to vote for Trump, but things are probably going to change, so I might not vote for Trump. And so I want to just kick it off with a bang, and I want to psychic. Is Tim Poole going to vote for Donald Trump in November?
Okay. You didn't say that this is the show where Joshua peers beneath the surface. You didn't say that.
Oh, okay. You want to do the intro? You want to do? Okay. We can do. I was gonna do it after you say. Okay, guys, this is our Tuesday night show. Joshua's very upset now. We usually do a little banter before I do the intro. Joshua, Jesus, now you're upset. What a drama queen! You definitely are the one of us that lives in Hollywood. All right, guys, welcome to Nothing Remotely.
Hollywood, thank you.
Wow, on the cusp. Guys, welcome to Nothing Remotely Controversial. This is a show that Joshua and I do every Tuesday night at 9:30, where I banter about news and whatever I find interesting, and Joshua, who is a professional psychic, lets us peer beneath the surface and see what's really going on. And Joshua is a real live professional psychic to celebrities and like people, like regular people like me. And he's really pretty good at it. So, you know, sometimes he gets them right, sometimes he gets them wrong. He's not 100%, but pretty accurate.
All I said was...
Yeah, there's always a qualification when you get it wrong, but that's okay. You get more right than you get wrong.
Things. I caveat the shit out of things because you have free this. Oh, let's just explain this really quick. There's no such thing as a psychic prediction. What you have, because you have free will, right? You have all these like parallel realities. So what I do and other psychics that are legit do, they gauge the energy. So if things are flowing this way, then most likely this person's going to do this, right? But there's no true psychic prediction because you got free will. So, but what's good to know is that when the energy's going a certain way, chances are, unless there's like a big switcheroni, that your psychic will be right. Me, that's me.
And I will say, like, I've worked with Joshua for years. He does actually get a lot of, like, really, creepy stuff, right? Like, Joshua said to me, this is, like, within the last 2 days, he said, there's going to be some guy that comes out of the woodworks. He described exactly what he looks like, and it was going to be, like, a big opportunity for me, and I literally just had the phone call with that guy today. What Joshua described to a T came out of nowhere, so he does actually get stuff right. All right, I want to do. You do, I don't just work with you because you're devastatingly handsome.
Food is actually good in that restaurant. Well, that's good. Okay. Anyway, Tim Poole.
Oh, hang on. Let's do a couple super chats first. I want to get them out of the way. Thank you, Paul. And we're going to do Tim.
Paul. That's a great name. Paul Grant.
Viking Insane. That's a great name. I was magically unsubbed from your channel. Happens all the time, folks. Check. Make sure you're still subscribed. And then we have Elizabeth, who did our tarot cards, which we're very grateful for. I used your guys' suggestion to put positive energy into the universe to get my new dream job at my local library. I hope you guys are well. Woo! Yay! Yay, Elizabeth.
Send love to them. Send love to the people. And yes. Also, if you don't get it, then you just, like I was saying today, like, it's so easy. Like, you just essentially, you get in your head, everything always works out for me. Like, you make that a belief. So if you don't get the job, you're like, this is great. There's a better job. And you just, rinse, repeat. And if you keep doing that, you'll be.
It always works out. It always works out. And guys, I just want to know, see what happens when Elizabeth took our advice? She got the job she wanted. So
she did get the job?
Well, I think she said she did. I put positive advice to get my dream job. Yeah.
Oh, I didn't.
I think so.
I hope
that seems like she got it. Well, if you didn't, we're still gonna pull for you.
I think that means that she put positive. We haven't gotten the result of that yet. Like,
well, we'll see if it confirms. Oh, she did get the job. She says she got the job. I'm here.
Oh, you did get the job. Okay, well, you're psychic. So you may be very psychic too, currently.
Uh-oh. Joshua, you're breaking up. You're breaking up. What's going on? No, the technology is failing us. I'm not. Yeah, you look like you're breaking up. You're frozen. Guys, I'm sorry. This is what happens when there's live stuff going on. If it's me, I apologize. I don't think it's me, though.
Oh, it's never you, ever.
Yeah, Joshua said, Elizabeth says you were the broken one. All right, okay. Elizabeth, I'm going to email you about the tarot cards tomorrow. I'm sorry, I'm just really backed up on email. But, like, let's do Tim Poole. Because I really want to know. I
Right.
think I think he's going to do it. I think he's going to vote for Trump, and he's doing this waffly thing because he's like, this is my brand to be the milk toast fence sitter. But I think he's going to vote for Trump. But we're going to confirm or deny with the tarot cards.
Okay. So will you pose the question, please?
Is Tim Poole going to vote for Donald Trump in November?
And tell me to stop shuffling.
Stop.
Okay. Knight of Wands, interference, gain. He's getting a lot of he has some pull in some different directions. So I don't think that it's not 100% clear. I do think that like he's going out on a limb right now with the Knight of Wands, okay? So he's like lightning, like this could be it. I might be going with Trump, but then you have interference. So he has an aspect of his personality that almost like in voting for Trump, I feel like almost really goes against some intrinsic beliefs that he has, like things that he really believes in. So there's something about Donald Trump, I believe, that really rubs Tim Poole the wrong way. There's also like this other kind of like interference going on there. So I don't think it's a slam dunk. With nine of discs though as your final outcome for this, I think that he's going to choose the candidate that's really correct. And I don't see, I'm pretty sure that Tim Poole will understand that Biden is just not competent to be president of the United States. I mean, any person could tell you that.
One would think.
I mean, unless you are absolutely brainwashed liberal. I mean, I'm sorry, but the guy he can't form complete sentences. It's sad. He should be tucked away. His kids and his wife should be ashamed of themselves. He should be tucked away, being fed tapioca pudding, and not like being put out there. It's terrible. It's terrible. It's elder abuse. Elder abuse.
No, I totally agree about this, and we're going to talk about Biden tonight too. But there's rumors that he's getting like really, really bad. Like it's progressing rapidly now, and they're having to they're going to come to a head to make a choice about what to do about this. Which is, I mean, listen, the Democratic convention is not next week. The week following. I'm actually going to be in Milwaukee right before the DNC starts. And I don't even know what kind of convention they're having, but it's coming down to it. And maybe we can just jump right into that as our next topic and talk about Joe Biden, because, Dan Bongino came out last Friday and he basically said, I've got it from reliable sources that Biden is declining rapidly. And then mysteriously, as though it were synchronized, all these liberal media outlets started coming out with opinion pieces about, Biden really shouldn't debate Donald Trump. Like, why would he debate Donald Trump? Donald Trump is a known liar. I don't know why Biden would waste his time debating Donald Trump. And so the media is actively trying to give Biden cover to cancel the debates.
Well, there will be an uproar if that happens. We can't stop debates. We've had them forever.
One would think, but let's see. Can we psychic if we will have debates between Trump and Biden?
Yeah.
It's serious business.
And tell me to stop shuffling. And just tell me when to stop shuffling.
Joshua, if you can hear me, my headphones just went out. This is like Mercury retrograde or something. What is going on?
And just tell me when to stop shuffling.
Hang on, I cannot hear anything. I'm gonna come out and come back.
Okay.
Oh wait, say something.
Say something.
Okay, no, the sound just came back. The sound just came back. I don't know what the hell just happened. My headphones just went completely out. Sorry, guys. We're having technical difficulties tonight.
This is what happens when you play with the devil.
All right.
There's no devil in here.
You Satan worshiper with the tarot cards, Joshua. Don't you know better? You went to Catholic school.
I did. Okay.
All right.
So will
Are
there
we
be
shuffling?
debate between Biden and Trump, right? Will there be a debate?
Yes.
Debates, right? There's more than one.
More than one.
And tell me when to stop shuffling.
Stop.
Will Trump and Biden debate? Death. Works. 10 of Swords. Jesus. Something weird is going to... I think something weird is going to happen. I think that... yeah, I think that there's... You get Death card and like 10 of Swords, which these two cards together are not very pretty. I don't know. I would hold on to your hat because this does not look... I mean, the Death card with the 10 of Swords, I mean, that's pretty intense. I mean, I don't know what's going to happen between now and then, but the thing is that right now, the way things are going, this does not look good. Like, it looks like somebody... I mean, I'm just saying... I mean, you told me when to shuffle. Your cards. I mean,
Hillary is waiting in the wings, so.
Yeah, I mean, the Death card is Scorpio, which could be Biden or Hillary, or Killary, as some might call her. And then the 10 of Swords is like an end of a problem when it cannot get much worse. And then you get 3 of Discs. I mean, I don't know. At this point, I'm sorry, but I do not see them. Something will happen to one that, you know, it just doesn't happen. The way things are going right now, anyway. Like, these aren't great cards.
Well, can we psychic if Biden is going to be the nominee? And while you're getting the cards together, I'm just going to do the super chat from Sydney. Hello, your favorite skeptic. Don't get me started on parallel universe. Sydney, someday we're going to have a conversation about parallel universe. We're having a conversation about time, not existing. It's going to be great. Oh, and look at this. Viking Insane. Maybe Joshua can predict who will replace Biden.
Well,
let's see.
What do you want to look at in regard to Biden?
I wanted to look at...
Say his name, by the way, like, I get, like...
Really? You are acting strange when I say Biden. All right, let's do will Biden be on the ticket in November?
And tell me when to stop shuffling.
Stop. I got it in my stomach that time.
Princess of Cups, 10 of Cups, Princess of Swords. Princess of Cups, 10 of Cups, Princess of Swords. Yeah, things could... It doesn't look like it's a no right now. There does seem to be this, like, floaty... Like, this is a beautiful card to actually see compared to the other cards that we got. Mm-hmm. This is Princess of Cups, and it just sort of smooths things over and makes things, like, nice and everything like that. So I think that I would say that with these cards that he will be. It's just going to be interesting what winds up happening. They could be having somebody that is like in place, so to speak. I mean, how could he possibly last a whole term? Possibly.
Well, no, I agree. Paul in the super chat. How fast can Alzheimer's affect someone? I thought it took years. I mean, I think this has been progressing for a long time. I remember when I saw Biden last September in New Hampshire. I think I maybe even texted you. I was like, Biden's like slurring his words and acting really weird. And this was last September. So who knows how long that this has been going on for? But I mean, it's obviously getting worse. And Mike Harlow and I, as we did our chat yesterday, we were talking about how he's been watching videos of like Biden from the start of the campaign to now. Like people have done compilation videos, and even that is showing like a rapid decline. So it can go pretty quickly. This is terrifying. Yeah. It is actually terrifying to me that someone in 2020 could get elected president that is clearly declining. Like Joshua, how can people not see this? You are like politically agnostic, pretty much. Like you don't really take a side. Like sometimes you go right and sometimes but you're not uber Trump. You're not uber anyone. You are sane. What is with half of the country, do you think, that they cannot look at Joe Biden and go, that's a bad idea? That's just a bad idea. What do you think?
Well, because it's blue no matter who. Like, that's the philosophy. And I also think with Trump derangement syndrome, I mean, they could put Charles Manson on there and they'd get behind him. Seriously. And I also think that we have to look back too. Biden did not want to be president. He did not want to run the race. They pushed him into it. His son had passed. He had said no. They pushed him into it. And this is what happens. Like, he's splitting his energy. So it's like that in between stage of like, well, I don't want to run, but if I'm going to run, I don't want to be here. Like, I think that he brought this upon himself on a subconscious level, because I mean, he's been doing this forever. Do you know how many lies you have to keep up with when you've been a politician for that many years? I mean, that's enough to make anyone lose their mind. That's a lot. He's been in this game for years, decades. I mean, who could blame him? You'd have Alzheimer's too.
I mean, and this was always going to happen. I said this from the very beginning. I was like, if Biden keeps running this campaign, it's just going to cause a lot of stress, and the stress is going to make him sick, and it's going to get worse, and it's going to deteriorate more rapidly. And it just pisses me off that still we have all these people on the left that are like, yeah, well, I'm still going to vote for Biden because Trump has dementia too. Like, Trump does not have dementia.
No,
there's no way.
And again, I think we even had this conversation. Like, if somebody is committed to misunderstanding you, like so many people on the left are 100%, like, Trump cannot do any good in anyone's eyes. Trump simply cannot win. No matter what he says, he could say the sky is blue, and there's going to be plenty of liberals that take him up on it and say, nope, you're wrong. It's not blue. That's their instinct. It's not rational. He just hits these buttons in the world. I mean, did you see the video today, though? I mean, he's a ball buster. I mean, I think he has one hell of a.
What did he do today?
He has this video he does Trump, and it's like 2048 and 2064, and it's like he's like Trump forever, like, you know what I mean? Which I think was hysterical, because he knows, like, he gets the fact that as long as he's getting attention, whether it's positive or negative, he's going to get bigger, and that's what has happened. Very smart.
But they take it seriously, though. They take him seriously when he says stuff like that. They're like, Trump is never going to leave the White House, even if he loses the election. He's not going to give up the White. And then there are all these news articles saying like Trump's going to like not leave the White. It's insane. These people are actually insane, and he loves it. He loves every minute of trolling that he gets.
Yeah, it's interesting. It's almost like I do think that with him coming into office, like, I don't think there's ever been a president that has had such severe reactions from the public. And I think that the bright side of that, if you want to call it that, is my enemy's enemy is my friend. Do you know what I mean? So it brings people together, because we can hate Trump together, and now we're bonded. So there's always that like balance. And the same thing, I think, with the people who love Trump, like, that will bond people together too. So, man.
The world is a crazy place, but Nate has a question for us that is much more positive than what we're talking about. Question for Josh: how can we all use the law of attraction, like what we can all focus on, to create a more positive last few months of 2020? Not necessarily political, but more normal, less insane. I love this question.
I love this question too. Well, I feel that it's really like that Eleanor Roosevelt quote, like, be the change you want to be in the world. So if you allow yourself to put into the world what you'd like to see more of, then you're going to start seeing, and you're going to be operating in the vibratory level of people who are doing the same. And then all of a sudden, your world will change. So it's a matter of all of us, the way we see the world. It's not like we're looking out of windows. It's really a matter of filters. It's all what's going on inside. So if you can feel better and you can put in the world more of what you want to see, you're going to be like, holy shit, everybody else is doing it too. So that would be my advice. Be the change you want to see, and you'll see so much more of it.
Well, I think, and I wanted to just put a really fine point on this, like, you know, as much as you can visualize really crystal clearly what you want and feel the emotions that you want to feel before you actually like live them, like, experience it in your head. Meditate. Like, meditation is great for this. Visualize exactly what you want. Play it out as though it's actually happening to you. That's the best way to make it happen, right?
Absolutely. Yeah. And just, I mean, all that really matters is your vibratory state. Like, it's like, it's none of your business is like one of the most important law of attraction things. There's going to be, there's going to be warfare on this side, and there's going to be joy on this side, but you need to keep your vibration the same, whether you're observing the bullshit that's out there or whether you're observing something that's awesome. Like, you got to feel good no matter what. And that's going to attract really cool things to you.
Mm-hmm.
I told you about my sty. You remember the sty when we had like all that stuff going on? Like I very rarely get angry, but there was like all this stuff with like riots and COVID had just started and all this shit. And I was getting to like these arguments with people and I got this sty in my eye. I don't know if you know what a sty is.
I remember that. Well,
it's like,
it's like when your eye was messed up. Yeah.
Yeah, my eye was messed up.
You were wearing an eye patch, like a pirate.
I was wearing an eye patch. I was a pirate. But the thing is that I believe that every physical symptom has every physical symptom has a spiritual root. And they say a sty is about looking at the world through angry eyes. And that was exactly what happened. I was really angry and I got a sty. So another incentive to feel really good is that you'll maintain really great health and not get styes.
There you go. Joshua, we just got a whole bunch of super chats. So we have to work our way through our super chats. Thank you, guys. This is awesome. Aaron wants to know, and I'm especially proud of Aaron because you kept saying to me that, like, I already made psychic into a verb. That came from me. And then I kept trying to make psychic tree happen. And you were like, Carlin, psychic tree is never going to happen. Well, look what Aaron typed. Psychic tree. I manifested through law of attraction, psychic tree. Psychic tree means this, Joshua. Will a third political party rise to Democratic and Republican levels from all this insanity?
Oh, wow. That's a really good question, Aaron.
That's a great question.
Third political party rise. Well, let me ask you this. Just a background question, because you know that I don't follow politics. I stay in my lane. I know what I know. What I don't. But don't we have independents and libertarians, right? So
yeah, but I think what he's asking is like, will a third party that's actually viable rise? And I could see a scenario for this happening. Like Mike Carlo and I were talking about this yesterday. I could see a scenario where, like, if Trump loses, oh my God, my Surrey keeps going off. I just got a new computer and my Surrey keeps going off. Oh God, it went off again.
Be nice to her. She has feelings.
Oh, she does. But so, like, let's play out a scenario. If Trump loses and the Republican Party goes back to the Republican Party before Trump, which was like much more stodgy and only interested in like their tax cuts and all this stuff, and was not the big tent that the Republican Party is now. Mm-hmm. If Trump loses, the Republican Party goes back. The Democrats get probably even like more crazy than they already are. Where are all the people in the middle going to go that have kind of gravitated over to the right just because the left is crazy, but not necessarily because they love the old school Republicans? I could absolutely see a scenario that a third party would rise out of that. Does that make sense?
Very possible. Yeah.
You want to psychic it?
Let's see. Will a third party rise to Dem and Republican levels from this? Okay, I get it. From Dem and Republican levels. Whoa, 3 cards fell.
Uh-oh.
We'll keep those in mind. Prudence, High Priestess, 9 of Wands. Just keep them in your head. You keep it in your head. All right,
that's your job. You're the psychic.
Oh, I'm talking to myself. Will a third party... And tell me when to stop shuffling.
Stop.
About Prince of Swords. I don't think so. Not anytime soon. There's just with 7 of Cups, everything's like in the air in the sense that it's hard to solidify, I think, values. Do you know what I mean? Mm-hmm. Like it's almost like a potpourri of all this, different stuff. And with Prince of Swords, yeah, this is like every idea is as great as the next idea. And with 2 of Swords, there's probably going to be a lack of agreement. So I wouldn't say at that level, no. Sorry.
Well, hopefully that means Trump's going to win. I would think.
I mean, I don't know how he can't win.
Listen, who the heck? Joshua, it's 2020, okay? Like, anything can happen this year. Aliens have literally arrived already. They've already confirmed these things. Like, no one even cares because the rest of the year is already so crazy. Armani asked 2 questions. He wants to know, I assume it's a he. I apologize if I misgendered you. Are we headed? Oh, I know.
Triggered!
Triggered! Are we headed for a civil war? Is question number 1.
Okay. Anytime I'm going to stop shuffling.
Stop.
Empress, hardly. I would say on the contrary. You got the Empress, which is all about love and abundance. There's just a lot of really great energy in the world now, I think. I mean, from what I experienced going out today, actually out in the real world and interacting with people, which we're sometimes allowed to do here in Los Angeles. This is, a new beginning in terms of like a feeling of relief. And then we get Ace of Wands. So I think it's a new identity. But no, I don't think there's going to be a civil war.
Well, that's good. And then he also wants
there be peace on earth. Let it be.
Well, that kind of aligns with another thing you said, because you psychic did. I don't know if that's a word. But you psychicked a couple months ago, I think, when we were asking about would there be race riots. You said that there would be, but that things were going to get better afterwards. Mm-hmm. So we're still waiting for the getting better part, because
they have gotten better. Are you kidding me?
Have you seen what's going on in Portland?
I mean, well, I mean, there's always
because Black Lives Matter isn't marching by your apartment anymore doesn't mean things have gotten like a lot better.
Okay, New York City was burning down. Macy's got completely broken into.
They've been rioting in Portland every single night. Okay,
Portland is one area of the world, Carlin. This isn't like what was happening before. It was hitting every place. It was hitting LA. It was in New York City. I mean, things are much better. Trust.
Okay, you're making a fair point that one city with intense rioting is better than 20 cities with intense rioting.
Yeah, I would say.
Fair point. But I think Armani's second question is pretty relevant. Are we headed for a hot war with China?
Let's see. What's a hot war?
I'm not sure what a hot war is. I don't know. Someone chat in if you can define hot war for us. Who's just saying, are we headed for war with China?
Okay.
I've been saying China's going to red dawn our asses for a while.
And I'm going to stop shuffling.
Stop.
Tower, death. Doesn't look very good, actually. So very popular.
We're going to go to war with China. Great. Thank you.
Yeah, I feel like if there was anyone with the tower, again, think of it. Tower is like a lightning strike. Like, what just happened? And then you have the death card. That's pretty
I told you, China's going to red dawn our asses. I'm not joking. People think I'm joking when I say this. No, I'm not joking. There's going to be fucking paratroopers coming down someday.
Spies.
Immediately we're going to get canceled any second. We're going to get pulled off of YouTube any second because they're China's not going to be happy with you psychicking their plans.
I mean, yeah, it's so funny. Yeah, good call.
But be careful. This is for entertainment purposes only, YouTube. For entertainment purposes only.
So she says. It's for entertainment only. We're just playing.
All right, guys. Well, let's have fun while we can until China red dawns our asses and invades and listen, man. Red Dawn took over the Pacific Northwest, and I'm not actually sure that that's a bad thing right now. They can have the Pacific Northwest. They can. They don't want to be communists anyway. They can China can have the Pacific Northwest. They'll probably take over California too, so you'll have to move back east. But
that ain't gonna happen. I can't deal with your winters anymore. I'm sorry.
Well,
can't do it.
Do you want to be taken over and ruled by China, Joshua, or do you want to live in Boston? Those are your options. Those are your only options. That's it.
I'm not going to be taken over by China. I'm not going to be taken over by anyone.
All right. Catherine wants to know, will Trump win in a landslide this November? Now, I'm not sure if in the landslide is actually necessary. He just needs to win. But So Joshua, let me ask you this. Would it make a difference if we said, would Trump win in November, or like, would Trump win in a landslide in November?
I like the question.
That, right?
I love the question,
Yeah?
the way it's phrased. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, Catherine. Catherine's very young.
Well, you know.
I'm just kidding. It's probably your gorgeous little girl. Okay. Will Trump win in a landslide this November? And tell me when to stop shuffling.
Stop.
A landslide. Sorry?
My solar plexus went ding.
Boop.
Yep.
Strength, worry. I would not call this a landslide. It will be I don't know how or why, but this will be a little bit of a struggle, which is petrifying, quite frankly.
Well, you keep saying that because you've pulled cards on this several times in the last couple of months, and this is what you've said every single time, which is it's going to be a struggle.
This is not easy. Yeah, there's a certain, this is defensiveness. Five of I mean, this is, every card has plenty of different meanings, but the worry card is, it's almost like, it comes from an old expression, not just worry, I'm worried about this, but it comes from an old expression like idle dogs worry sheep, which means to tear with that teeth, to lacerate. So he's going to feel a little bit choked. So I'm hoping that, stuff doesn't come out or anything along those lines, island stuff, that magical island. I mean, it's really interesting. Yeah.
This year, man, why is this year so crazy?
Oh,
honestly,
I know why. I know why. Because this is the year 2020, right? And it's about 2020 vision, which I came up with way before Oprah Winfrey did, just to let you know.
Obviously.
It's the year of 2020 vision. So in order to get our clarity and actually see what it is that we value, we have to go through all of this bullshit. And also, I think, especially staying home and having to isolate and really be very judicious with how we live our lives within the confines that we have. We're establishing a better vision. I feel that everybody I know and that I read, they have a better idea right now about what they want their lives to look like. So this is helping us gain clarity. By 2021, hopefully, we're actually, moving toward that point.
And I think there's a lesson for that in everyone that's watching this that is struggling right now. And I know a lot of people are, that you can use any situation to your advantage, essentially. But you have to look at it and see opportunity to do something with it. If you look at the situation, say it sucks, I'm never going to be able to leave the house, everything sucks, I'm going to die, you're not going to be able to make anything of that. But if you look at the situation and say, for example, maybe you got laid off and all of this, well, now you have time. You have time to be able to focus your energy on something you really wanted to do rather than waste your time working for an organization that didn't value you anyway.
Yeah. And there's so much creativity. I'm realizing, with all this extra time that we have, even just the social stuff, because obviously our social lives have taken a major hit over this, but there's so much more time to be creative, to learn new things, and everything is online, especially if you're working. If you're working and you have the ability to work from home, I was talking to a friend of mine, and she's with a company right now, and she has a mad skills, and this company pays her in pennies. But the fact of the matter is, with COVID, she could work anywhere around the whole entire world. She doesn't have to confine herself to where she can drive to every morning. The world is her oyster, because of COVID. So COVID has brought us a lot of gifts. Trust me, I know it is a pain having our wings clipped as they have been, but there are a lot of opportunities that we got from this. A lot.
All right, let's do some super chats. Best DJ AF says, check out Portland Black Lives Matters protest. Portland is 85% white, 2% black. Concordia University, 67.5% women. They're not in engineers. They want money for social services. They want Venezuela socialism. They don't care about production. I mean, I think you are kind of hitting on something. And actually, Benjamin Boyce talked about it in the chat that I did with him on this channel several weeks ago. At this point, he talked about how China has really gotten in at the universities and have they have entire buildings. The Chinese government has leased from the universities. And like, what the hell are they doing? I mean, who knows? I don't know, but there's something to that. That's all I'm saying. Cold Summer has an interesting question. How will all that is happening right now affect the generation after Gen Z?
How old are these kids?
Well, Gen Z just started getting into work, so I'm gonna guess like the kids that are like being born right now are probably gonna be the generation after Gen Z. So,
Okay, let's just see.
That?
Yeah, I think that's a really good question. And tell me when to stop shuffling.
Stop.
It's interesting. Well, in one hand, with the lust card, there is this sense of really following your passion and enjoying your creativity, enjoying your lust for life. So that's good. With the Five of Swords, though, I do think there will be a tremendous amount of like self-interest. And this is part of the issue that we really should start working on now. The Five of Swords is going for the win-lose result. So it's almost like, I can't win and you can't win. Like my winning means that somebody else has to lose, which is not a really great way of looking at it.
No.
It's not really pro-abundance. There is enough for everybody. I don't need somebody to lose in order to feel better. But for whatever reason, what's happening now, there is this mentality of like, I got to go for the win-lose result. So not only do I want to become class president, I want my competitor to be destroyed in terms of his reputation. So he never has a shot at any political station in my high school at all. Sort of that sort of thing. Do you know what I mean? It's not a matter of like showmanship so much as self-interest. And then with the Hangman, I think that that generation is going to get a lot of mixed messages, and it's definitely going to be a lot of people who are doing things just to be opposite from other people. So you might get a lot of like people who declare themselves as deers, as we had spoken about previously. You might get people that maybe they'll be, somebody might come up with another race or yet another sex. I don't know. But
good. Good. Thank you, Joshua. We're going to have more genders than we already have. Great.
I mean, with the Hangman, I think that there's going to be a lot of people that are going to be going out on a limb. But I think that that's actually key, because if you're allowing yourself to be completely upside down from everyone else, I mean, how could you possibly compete, right? Like, okay, for instance, that girl that we spoke about a few months ago who wants to be a deer. Okay, well, she's a deer. She's declaring herself as a deer. Fine. She's a deer. Great. As a deer, she doesn't really have that many other deer to compete against. So it's kind of cool that she's a deer, because she's not going to be a bitchy, nasty deer. She's going to be a nice deer because she's the only deer, right?
You're making sense right now in a way that I don't know that I'm comfortable with.
I'm making sense, or I'm not making sense?
No, you are making sense.
Yeah. There's going to be, maybe that's it. I don't know. But these kids are going to need a lot of therapy.
Oh, God. Oh, we are never going to undo the damage we have done to this generation. It's depressing. We have created all of this nonsense.
I get there being almost like, you ever get, there's people who like just argue for the hell of arguing. Like you can't just like agree on things.
Mm-hmm.
I get that's what the generation's going to be like in a lot of respects. Like, it's like, no, you can't have pizza. You had pizza 3 nights in a row. And then the mom says, all right, you can have pizza. Why are you having me have pizza again? What kind of mother are you? I mean, it's like,
there was a brief moment a couple weeks ago where were Victor and I? Oh, is when we went to went to Portsmouth because we were supposed to go to the Trump rally, but the Trump rally ended up not happening. So Victor and I were out to dinner, and there was a brief moment where I said to him, like, maybe we should have a kid, because we kind of like decided, like, and I'm sure Victor's watching right now. Hi, Victor. Because we kind of decided like we're good with kids. Like neither of us are like really all that interested. But I guess my biological clock has started ticking now, because I'm like, maybe I should have a kid. And like what you just said, I'm like, fuck that. No, I have no desire to put up with any of that nonsense. Please.
I don't know how people do it. I mean, honestly, like, I think it's amazing. I have so much respect for parents. I mean, there's so much sacrifice that goes into being a good parent. I mean, it also gives you a lot of joy, I'm sure, but yeah.
All right, Joshua, we have a question for you. That's a very simple question. Have you tried AHA apple ginger sparkling water?
No, but I'm going to now. Thank you.
Oh my God. You know what I think is the best thing ever that I discovered is this Franny's cold cocoa latte. It's like sparkling chocolate, and it actually tastes like chocolate, but has no sugar in it. And it's so
sugar?
Good. No sugar.
Oh my God.
No,
okay. Will you
nothing.
No carbs?
Nothing. Yeah.
I want one now.
I'll take a picture of it and send it to you. Oh my God, you are such a petulant child. Oh my God. How did I become the more mature one in this relationship?
Very easily.
Jeez. All right, we got some other super chats. Hang on. You guys are so awesome with the super chats. All right, so before we do some of these other super chats, I just want to plug something really quick. Like obviously, I think we're not going to get to all the stuff I wanted to talk about tonight, but I do want to plug this because I think it's important. So a member of my locals community started a petition on change.org. And I want to make sure everyone's aware of this petition because I want you to go to sign this petition. And so this all started, it was so funny. He posted in the locals, he was like, the first sentence of his post was like, I've been drinking, but that's beside the point. CNN is taking surveys serious or petitions seriously after they get 5,000 signatures. And so I have created a petition for CNN to have an immediate name change to a metric ton of bullshit. And so he's working on, we're trying to get up to 5,000 signatures. We're already halfway there, 2,500 signatures. And so if you feel strongly, or even if you just feel, any inclination for CNN to have to answer for a petition to change their name to a metric ton of bullshit, the link to the petition is in the description below. Please make sure you sign it. And while you're at it, give the video a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, do all that good stuff. This is important business, folks. We need this petition to be heard. That's all I want to say.
Say it loud and say it proud.
Yes. I'm listen, man, as a member of my locals, I feel very protective of my locals community. And if you guys aren't in my locals, you should be. The information is also in the description below. And so
I'm locals. Well, why not get invited?
Well, fine. You can join my locals. I'll give you a freaking code. Oh my God, relax. Jesus, Joshua. So yes, here, like Joshua's going to be joining my local, so he'll be in there too, possibly for psychic shenanigans or just plain shenanigans. They don't need to be psychic shenanigans, I suppose.
I have a lot of shenanigans up my sleeve.
He does. Papa Tree wants to know, this is a fun question. I don't know where this is coming from, but it's fun. Do escape rooms across the USA have anything to do with Antifa?
I hope not. I just need one. Like before COVID, of course.
Obviously, I'm not in an escape room.
Oh boy. Okay, let's see.
Why haven't you taken me to do an escape room, Joshua?
Because I hate escape rooms. I hate them. Because you know what? If I was like, nobody's gonna like put me in a room like that. Like, I know my Second Amendment rights. I'll just like shoot every door down.
No one puts Joshua in an escape room.
No. I will bring a gun and I will shoot every door, and that is how I will escape. Okay, so do escape rooms have anything to do with Antifa? Is that the question?
Yes.
All right. Tell me when to stop shuffling.
Stop.
Knight of Cups, Nine of Swords, happiness. I think that if anything, it might be inspiring to some Antifa. You know what I mean? Like, but nothing legitimate. Do you know what I mean? Like, I don't think you would go to an escape room and have it be a front from an Antifa organization. You know what I mean? So
there's no nefarious business going on, is what you're saying.
But I think they could be like, I'm sure that, somebody somewhere is going to be like using it for inspiration. I hate those things. I really do. I just think that they're
Why?
I just don't. Like I said, if you're going to be in a room like that, you bring a gun and you don't have anything to worry about. Anyway.
There have been a few fun horror movies based on escape rooms. Some of them I have enjoyed, some of them I thought were stupid. Elizabeth wants to know, and she says, for context, my grandpa's entire family was wiped out in 1940s Germany for their religion. Will the rise in anti-Semitism lead to something similar?
Oh, gosh. I hope not. Let's see. And tell me to stop shuffling.
Stop.
Nah. No, the Jews are fine. The Jews are fine. They're strong.
Except if they live in New York City, because Bill de Blasio does not like Jews at all. He really doesn't. It's actually creepy, like the extent to which he does not like Jews.
Really? Wow.
Well, he so right around the Black Lives Matters protests, he shut down. I don't remember exactly the context, but there was like a big funeral for like a rabbi in New York, and all of these people came out to like go to the funeral, and Bill de Blasio was like, "No, you can't have this funeral, but Black Lives Matter can protest." I was like, "What is wrong with you?" It's like he's like nuts. That guy is crazy. I'm so glad that guy got nowhere near a presidential nomination.
Yeah,
crazy.
Wow. Yeah, the Jews are going to be strong. Nobody's going to be.
Good.
Yeah.
Jews should become conservative too. Like there is actually a Jewish exit movement from the Democratic Party. It's called Jexit. It's led by a real housewife of New Jersey. I talked to her on a radio show I sometimes co-host. Her name is Siggy, and she's leading the Jewish exit movement from the Democratic Party, which I think is fantastic.
Wow.
Angie Hoffman wants to know, will the election struggle be due to voter fraud and mail-in voting? And does Trump have the majority support in the hearts of the American people? So maybe we can do, will mail-in voting or voter fraud affect the election?
Yeah. Tell me to stop shuffling.
Stop.
I think there'll be checks and balances that are very much like set up, which is nice. So I don't think that it will be affected by the election. There'll be a nice. I think that if anything, because of all the mail-in voting that's going to be taking place due to COVID, most likely that there's going to be even better checks and balances in place. So I don't think there's going to be any funny business.
I
think it's going to be. Yeah, you got two different sides. You got Trump, who I see often as Prince of Wands because he has Leo rising, and then you have Biden, and then you have the Hierophant. So yeah,
that's good. That's pretty straightforward.
Yeah, I think everything's it'll be straight. Don't worry.
Well, I want to do her second question too, though, just because you know what I think would actually be really fascinating, and I don't want this to happen by any stretch of the imagination, but what would happen if Trump won the popular vote and lost the Electoral College? That would be, I don't know what the Democrats would do in that situation, because they've been railing against the Electoral College for like years now. And so if that happened, that would be like a conundrum. I don't know. But Angie wants to know, related to this question, does Trump have the majority support in the hearts of the American people?
And tell me to stop shuffling.
Stop.
Two of Wands, lust. I wouldn't say the majority. Interesting. There's like a back and forth with the Two of Wands, so I think that. I think that there's definitely this kinetic yang force that is really, really good. And he does have quite a few hearts, but with the Devil card, I do think that some people just don't. I think it's very extreme. I think it's very extreme. So the majority, if I had to guess, I would say yes. If I had to guess, I do think that there's strain, obviously, but if I had to say majority, yeah, it would seem that way. Yeah.
Well, I think that makes sense though, because I feel like, with people like me, like there's like a back and forth about like, really, I'm gonna fucking vote for Donald Trump, like really. And I mean, we're seeing this with like Tim Poole. He's kind of like, and they're only doing it because like the left is so crazy, but like Trump is also not the best guy in the world. He's not the best candidate ever. And so like, I definitely understand that back and forth where you're like, Trump has got to be the person that gets my vote, but really am I voting for Donald Trump? But the left is insane, but really? Like, I understand that. I feel like I go through that a lot, honestly. And I'm going to vote for Trump, don't get me wrong, but like, because there's just no other option, to be honest. But I definitely understand the wishy-washiness.
Yeah, but I think with the devil, at the end of the day, I think he has higher status, especially more than his other opponent, whoever that might be. Certainly more than Biden. I think Biden creeps even Democrats out, and I think even Democrats are sort of like, "What did you say?" Like, yeah, Biden's yeah. Did you see? There's so much shit on Biden from like these videos that he did. Even like,
well, and the media is never going to cover this, and this is like what blows my mind is this is like blatantly irresponsible of the media not to do anything to cover Biden at all, not to investigate Biden at all, not to do anything to try to uncover like the nonsense that's been going on. Like this is their fucking job. Like what? Like I don't care if you want him to win. I don't care. This is your job. Like I mean, I'm not asking you to psychic it, but it's like it's blatantly irresponsible to me. I don't know.
Well, yeah, and the fact that they're trying to like get out of the debates, wow, that says something, doesn't it? Mm-hmm. Like talk about like protecting somebody at all costs. That's really fascinating. It's interesting.
Yeah, I did have a question, and I don't think we're gonna get to it tonight, but there was, but we'll maybe do it next week. An MSNBC producer actually quit the other day, and she wrote this letter basically saying like, there are still journalists at MSNBC that are not allowed to be journalists because of like what the network requires us to do, and that's why she quit. And she quit without having any other plans. She was just like, I cannot do this nonsense anymore. And so I think people are starting to. I mean, we saw Barry Weiss at the New York Times do the same thing. Like it's starting to crumble, and like you're having smart people that work for these publications that actually wanted to be journalists, that actually bought into this noble ideal of what journalism is, that are now like, I'm doing clickbait bullshit to cover for Joe Biden, who obviously has dementia. Like, what the what?
It's crazy. Crazy.
It is crazy. Armani, I think we kind of answered the question. I think generally the answer is that we do think Trump is going to win the election. And it sounds like maybe like it's going to be close in terms of the popular vote. Do I have that basically right, Joshua?
Yeah, I think that it will be close. And he needs to make sure that nothing... Like, he cannot have anything negative come out about him. He just can't. But I think he's in a good space.
I hope so. All right, we got a couple more super chats. JT says, I find the left media to be excessively vain, excessively weak, and excessively variable, unsteady. I don't know what jejune is, inane, and puerile. So all bad things. Yes, we agree. The media sucks. Sucks real bad. I think... Did we get another super chat? I feel like we did. Hang on, guys. Like the tool I use to do the streams, it's just like doesn't make it very convenient for super chats. I have to scroll through the entire dang chat sometimes to find it. Okay, this is the last one we got. Washington State has promised to put all our electoral votes to whoever wins the popular vote. Well, we'll see what happens, man. We'll see what happens. Who knows? I mean, does that really matter though? Because like the Democrats were going to win Washington anyway, I believe. So even if Trump doesn't win the popular vote, I think that's probably okay. I don't know. All right, guys. Oh, we have one last super chat. Corliss says, "Good show, guys. Thank you. Corliss also." Yes, he's also in my locals. So Joshua, you're going to join my locals?
Yeah.
I'll send you a code.
How do I play?
I will send you a code to do it, and then we're going to see each other this weekend. I will have pictures.
we're gonna have pictures.
Huh?
We're probably gonna have video. So yeah.
We will do something. We'll post pictures of Joshua. And guys, again, if you are in the Los Angeles area, please come out to the Walkaway Rally on Saturday. The information is on walkawaycampaign.com. It's where all of the Gingy says I missed one. Gingy, I don't know which one I missed. I'm sorry, I can't see anything. And I'm sorry to whoever super chat I missed. Just email me and we will get you an answer for your super chat. But please come out to the Walkaway Rally on Saturday. It's going to be in Beverly Hills, I think. I don't even know. You probably know more than I do. And so I'm going to be there. Mike Harlow's going to be there. Brandon Strzok, Scott Baio, Lorenzo Lamas, Blair White is going to be there. Ricky Rebel's going to be there. And so lots of people are coming out. We're going to do a march through West Hollywood, and then we're going to go have a rally. It's going to be awesome. We're really hoping for a great turnout. And, just so you guys know, like they just had, because I know some of you guys are scared to come out to the rally. They did just have one in Sacramento. It was very successful. It was very peaceful. I was at the one in Baltimore a couple weeks ago. There was no trouble. There were Black Lives Matter protesters, but they kept to themselves, and they do have security at the rally. So there are going to be people there. It's going to be safe to come out. So please, like this is a time to be brave and say what you think, because as Joshua keeps saying, it's going to be a struggle to win. And Joe Biden cannot be president. He can't. So we need to come out. We need to say what we think, and it's going to be a ton of fun. And you're going to get to see Joshua in an outfit of some sort, which is probably the most important thing.
Very important.
Joshua, where can people find you if they want to get in touch and get their own private psychic reading?
PsychicSun.com. PsychicSun, like the sun.
Like the sun.
And also,
all right.
And if you follow,
yes, it is.
If you follow Carl, you're gonna find me.
And guys, I will be doing one more live stream this week before I'm going to Los Angeles. Dr. Howard Asher is coming back to my channel. Howard will actually also be at the rally in Los Angeles. I know he's coming because I talked to him today about it. So come to the live stream. I'm going to do with him about our ongoing chats about Trump derangement syndrome from just a psychological perspective. That's going to be on Thursday at 2 p.m. Eastern time, I think, is when it's going to be. It's going to be. I'll post the thing on the channel. And then it's off to Los Angeles. Oh, and next week, guys, I've got a big one next week for the channel. I'm going to promote it real quick. Chris Rufo, who is a journalist you may have seen on Twitter, who has been uncovering all these documents from Seattle's segregated whiteness training for their employees, is going to be here for a live chat on my channel next Tuesday in the afternoon before Joshua and I come back to do nothing remotely controversial at night. So we're going to get a twofer next Tuesday. All right, guys, that's all we have for tonight. We hope you enjoyed it, and we will see you next week.
Bye!